Oh yes, it is Marvel Contest of Champions news time for the 22nd of December 2018. Hopefully you're having a brilliant weekend, whatever you're doing. I myself just finished watching Aquaman, which I thought was a good film. I didn't think it was an amazing film, but it was a definite positive direction shift for DC movies, which of late haven't been fantastic. But we're talking about Marvel related stuff. So let's cover the news stories that I have today. Yes, the news is far more high-pitched nowadays. No, it's not. It's going to be done at a regular time. I don't know why I did that. Any case, we've got this fantastic little poll here about 2019 stuff. They're kind of future-proofing, future-thoughting type stuff. And it's whether or not you think that these are going to be the favourite things. I mean, by the end of the year, this could be completely changing. But I like the way that someone just put this out. Talking about Fantastic Four, Deadpool, as well as like things like, well, Act 6, when eventually we get that. And, you know, we don't want to rush those things, but still, it's kind of cool to think, you know, any of these things actually going to happen? And if they do, who was right, who was wrong, and was it indeed your favourite? Go in the link in the description to have a vote yourself. Our next story, and as you know, the gifting event is well underway. People are smashing out the Alliance-based event, and at the same time, they're doing and completing their own personal endeavours. Whether or not you spend in the game or whether you don't, make sure you grind out Arena if you don't and get those units, which you can then transfer over to being gifts for your fellow summoners. If you are a person that likes to spend, I mean, I usually spend a lot more in the winter months than I do in the summer. So, what's on offer for those that grind out? As you can see, these are here. They look pretty decent rewards. And if you're in an alliance that likes to spend a lot of money and you're driven towards an alliance or joining an alliance that does do that, then obviously you'll get the best out of this. Top alliances usually spend a lot of money and usually get that #1 spot, which this year is going to be a 5-star Thanos. Oh, we all really want to get that from the greater gifting crystals, and hopefully you're lucky as well with that. And it even looks like the odds or drop rates are in for what you can get out of the gifting crystal and as well the greater gifting crystal, which, as expected, to get those third little bonuses are going to be very slim. Those that are picking up them, well done, congratulations. I haven't seen a huge amount, but I have seen one player, I think it was on Facebook, got a 5-star Thanos, and in the same reel managed to pick up a 5-star Awakening Gem Crystal. Very much well done and congratulations on that. A lot of players have really kind of suffered to get anything decent from these. I've still got my video to make, which will come out either tomorrow or maybe on Christmas Eve or maybe even Christmas Day, and a follow-up Greater Gifting Crystal video. So hopefully I can indeed get that 5-star Thanos, but wishful thinking. Next up, it is always really nice to see these little opinion posts, but at the same time things that are opinion posts but also bring in the community for their opinion as well. But everyone won't fall out in this one, and that's really good to see on the forum. This particular post is all about champions that have evaded people's clutches, and there's some great ones here, some great little additions of things where people have gone, oh yeah, well I'd really want that champion, but they've eluded. I mean, for me personally, since 5-stars were introduced, it's Star-Lord that's always eluded my clutches, and one that I'd really like to get. But, you know, it's just one that I just can't get. For a while it was Stark Spidey, and then got him after a long while. But, you know, you have to be patient, and that's the word, the key word with Marvel Contest of Champions. Be patient, and those things eventually come to those that are patient. And I'm not alone. It seems like mostly harmless N has had the same worries that I've had. But there's also some stories of people that have waited 3.5 years, and Austin 555555, I had to remember the 5s, 6 5s, has had the problem with Black Widow not entering his roster after 3.5 years. My god, that's a long time. Next up, we're on to the giveaway winners and what they got from their crystals. I've been sent some footage, starting off with this 4-star opening, and sorry, I even said to these people, they got some very unlucky things. But some people got some stuff that they didn't already have, which is kind of good. So Vinny, as we saw here, picked up that 4-star Deadpool X-Force. Someone else picked up a Black Bolt. So I even said that I really wish Kabam could have preloaded them with Stark Spideys or something. But, you know, it's a case of luck at the end of the day, which, as we know, is the name of the game. And next up, we're on to B2 Killer, who won the 5-star out of the giveaway. And you know, I'm hoping that this one is a favorable thing, or favorable champion, or a good champion for further progression for B2Killer's roster. And obviously there's so many decent champions in the basic nowadays. This is why a lot of players are drawn to open up a basic 5-star as opposed to a 5-star featured. And it's definitely one of these things. For a while I've been doing that, but yeah, I've occasionally done by mistake some 5-star featured and got absolute trash. I think other people would agree with me with that. They've got similar, but the basic seems to be the way to go nowadays. And it is okay. So a Quake, fantastic. That is really good. Glad to see that a decent champion has entered from this giveaway, where some pretty questionable 4-stars are going out to people. And it's the first time that B2Killer has indeed picked up a Quake. I don't have a 5-star Quake, a champion I'd hope for in the future, but I'm glad that something came out of it. Next up, a little laugh out loud moment. I saw this on the Facebook community page, which obviously the community page is a fantastic place to go to be part of this community. Strongly suggest you sign up and kind of like the page and follow the page, because there's some great stuff. Advice comes out of it. People are kind of showcasing what they've got. Really nice community on there. But I saw this and it just made me laugh. So it's got like an old Nokia phone with running Marvel Contest of Champions with the caption, "It's so difficult playing with this phone." It'd be great to know that the game could run on there, but as we know, you literally have to have a device that's no longer than a year old in order to run the game with any kind of smooth intentions. A great picture. What is this? This here is an image from next month's daily quest. Now, I'm not 100% sure where the background to this. There's rumors that this went live for a moment, or this has been shown somewhere. And as a result, you know, we've got Otriux was data mining and kind of found this, but at the same time, this was supposedly leaked. There's not kind of like information about this. Seems very sketchy, but it looks in any case like last year when we had the Trials event. Well, I say last year, it's still 2018, so it's still this year. Oh God, what a mistake. I've gone into the future. But no, this is probably going to be launching next year, next January. So look out for this. This is going to also potentially tell us of a champion we're going to get in January. I've got my theories. I'll be running a video close to the end of the year, if not in the next few days, that will give you an idea of who I think this is actually attributed to. And with all the alchemist stuff and the kind of trials situation with the daily, there's also something like this kind of beacon transmitter thing, as well as other items. So it's going to be very unusual what they're going to put in. It will be sort of similar, I reckon, to last year's kind of Trials of the King, but maybe with a alchemy twist to it. It's going to be very exciting. But I must just point out, I'm not too happy with the energy spend. As you can see, to do the top difficulty, the epic difficulty is 5 energy per tile, which is something that I just don't like when they do this. Well, obviously we know the intention with spending units, and then it means you get those full energy refills. Yeah, that's great, but it does mean that you'll have to grind out more units in order to do more energy spend. And if you've got other content that you want to do at the same time, and also the fact this being a daily quest, it does become a tax to the player for the grind. Next up, and I want to give a shout out to Otriux. Recently, Otriux has announced that he is stepping away from playing Marvel Contest of Champions, but he won't be stopping the data mining, which is fantastic. As we know, MCC mods, he used to get a lot of stuff, you know, send it over to Otriux, and it was put out, but at the same time that then stopped for a while. So it was great to see a person come along that could give us that information, especially handy for me doing Marvel Contest of Champions news. It was great to have that little link up, but he's taken a step away from the game. However, though, he has data mined a lot of stuff and will continue to do that, and in particular a lot of the alchemist type stuff for this month's event. As we can see, images have been kind of brought up for this. He's also brought to everyone's attention that there'll be 2 champions that will be released in January, not 3, which was first of all rumored and thought to be. Please go to the link in the description to his Twitter page and follow his Twitter, because he comes up with amazing data mined information that is informative to the community. So that's been Marvel Contest of Champions news for the 22nd of December 2018. It's the last shopping days until Christmas. Hopefully you're all prepared. Hopefully you've wrapped all your presents, and hopefully you're going to have a merry old time. I've been RichTheMan, and I'll be signing off for now. Thank you very much. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Tatty byes.